Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This video is for the students of class 6 of I.C.S.E. board. The subject is biology and the chapter is the circulatory system, which is a very important chapter in your curriculum. So students, if you do come across this video, it will help you in your biology exam preparation for your forthcoming examinations. This is the complete exercise of this chapter, the circulatory system. So let's come to the topic. Multiple choice questions. Number 1. Put a tick mark against the correct alternative in the following statements. A. Function of WBCs is to number 1. Transport oxygen, number 2. Help in clotting of blood, number 3. Provide immunity, number 4. Provide storage of food. Correct option is number 3. Provide immunity. Number B. Blood capillary is a number 1. Broad tube, number 2. Artery with thick wall, number 3. Vein with large lumen, number 4. Narrow tube made up of endothelium only. The correct option is number 4. Number C. Nucleus is absent in number 1. RBCs, number 2. WBCs, number 3. All blood cells, number 4. Liver cells. The correct option is number 1. RBCs. Number D. The only artery which carries deoxygenated blood is number 1. Hepatic artery, number 2. Pulmonary artery, number 3. Aorta, number 4. Renal artery. The correct alternative is number 2. Pulmonary artery. Come to the next page. Number E. Sphygmomanometer measures number 1. Pulse rate, number 2. Heartbeat, number 3. Blood pressure, number 4. Brain activity. The correct option is number 3. Blood pressure. F. Pulmonary veins carry number 1. Oxygenated blood, number 2. Deoxygenated blood, number 3. Glucose rich blood, number 4. CO2 laden blood. The correct option is number 1. Oxygenated blood. G. The blood test salt is due to the presence of dissolved number 1. Sodium chloride, number 2. Potassium chloride, number 3. Ammonium nitrate, number 4. Sodium nitrate. The correct option is number 1. Sodium chloride or NaCl. NaCl is the symbol of sodium chloride. Now come to the short answer questions. Differentiate between the following pair of terms. Number 1. Platelets and WBC. Answer. Platelets. Number 1. The platelets, also called thrombocytes, are somewhat round in shape and the smallest in size. WBC. Number 1. The white blood cells are also called leukocytes. They are larger than RBCs and have a distinct nucleus. Platelets. Number 2. The platelets help in clotting of blood, which prevents excessive blood loss and direct entry of disease-causing germs. WBC. The main functions of WBCs is to protect us from disease-causing germs, i.e. provide immunity to the body. Come to the next page. Number B. Pulmonary artery and pulmonary vein. Answer. Pulmonary artery. Number 1. Pulmonary artery carries deoxygenated blood. Pulmonary vein. Number 1. Pulmonary vein carries oxygenated blood. Number C. Vena cava and aorta. Vena cava. Number 1. The superior vena cava is a large vein that brings in deoxygenated blood from the upper parts of the body, such as head and shoulder. Aorta. Number 1. It leaves the left ventricle carrying oxygenated blood to all parts of the body through its branches. Number D, RBC and WBC. Answer, RBC. Number 1. The red blood cells, also called erythrocytes, are circular or biconcave, disc shaped. WBC. Number 1. The white blood cells, WBCs, are also called leukocytes. They are larger than RBC. RBC. Number 2. A mature RBC lacks a nucleus. Number 2. WBC. A WBC has a distinct oval or lobed nucleus. Come to the next page. Give any three differences between an artery and a vein. Artery and vein. Artery, number 1. Arteries carry blood away from heart. Vein, number 1, carry blood towards the heart. Artery, number 2, have thick, elastic and more muscular walls. Vein, number 2, have thin and less muscular walls. Artery, number 3, carry oxygenated blood except pulmonary artery. Vein, number 3, carry deoxygenated blood except pulmonary vein. Question number 3. Blood consists of two parts, a liquid part and a cellular part. Name this part and briefly describe them. Answer. Blood is a red colored fluid which consists of two parts. Number 1, plasma, the liquid part, and number 2, corpuscles, the cellular part. The plasma is yellowish in color. Most of it is water, 94%, and the remaining 10% consists of dissolved nutrients, proteins, waste products and hormones. Because of the dissolved minerals like sodium chloride in the plasma, blood tastes saltish. The corpuscles of the blood cells are of three types. Number 1, red blood corpuscle. Number 2, white blood cells. Number 3, platelets. Come to the next page. Number 4, what is the role of hemoglobin in the body? Hemoglobin in the blood. What is the role of hemoglobin in the blood? Answer. The red color in red blood cells is due to the presence of an iron and protein compound called hemoglobin. It acts as the oxygen carrier. Question 5. Fill in the blanks with suitable words. Number A. The color of red blood cell is due to hemoglobin. B. The two lower chambers of the heart are called ventricles. C. The blood plasma contains dissolved substances such as proteins and hormones. C. The blood plasma contains dissolved substances such as proteins and hormones. D. The pulmonary artery takes the blood from the ventricles to the lungs. E. The instrument used to find out the blood pressure is known as sphygmomanometer. It is sphygmomanometer. F. The blood loaded with carbon dioxide from the body comes into the right auricle of the heart. G. The oxygen rich blood from the lungs comes into the left auricle of the heart. Now come to the next page. H. The oxygen rich blood is pumped into different parts of the body through aorta. I. The carbon dioxide loaded blood from the right ventricle is pumped into the lungs through pulmonary artery. 6. In which organ of our body does blood become oxygenated? Blood becomes oxygenated in our lungs. 7. Which side of the heart, left or right, contains oxygenated blood? Left side of the heart contains oxygenated blood. 8. Name the disease in which the number of platelets reduced to 25,000 to 30,000 per cubic millimeter of blood. State its major symptoms. Answer. In dengue fever, the number of platelets get reduced to as low as 25 to 30,000 per cubic mm of blood and the body shows bleeding symptoms. Now come to the long answer questions. Name number 1. Name the three kinds of blood vessels found in human beings. With the help of suitable diagrams, differentiate between them. For answer, come to the next page. Answer. The blood is carried to different parts of the body through long tubular blood vessels. The blood vessels are one of three kinds: arteries, veins and capillaries. Number 1. Artery. It is a vessel which carries the blood away from the heart to other parts of the body. It has thick elastic and muscular walls, and the blood in it flows with jerks. Number 2, vein. It is a vessel which takes the blood from an organ towards the heart. It has thin muscular walls with valves. The valves prevent the backflow of blood flowing towards the heart. Number 3, capillaries. These are the terminal branches of an artery which rejoin to form a vein. A capillary is a very narrow blood vessel whose walls have a single layer of cells. Now the students have to draw the diagram 6.2 of page 62 and neatly label it. Now come to the next question. Number 2, state briefly the difference between white blood cells and red blood cells. Answer: red blood cells. Number 1, the red blood cells are circular or biconcave disc shaped. White blood cells. Number 1, the white blood cells are colorless and lack hemoglobin. Red blood cell. Number 2, the red blood cells are called erythrocytes. The white blood cells are called leukocytes. Red blood cells. Number 3, a mature RBC lacks a nucleus. White blood cells. Number 3, the white blood cells have a distinct oval or lobed nucleus. Red blood cells. Number 4, their red color is due to the presence of an iron and protein compound called hemoglobin. White blood cell. Number 4, the main function of WBCs is to protect us from disease causing germs. It is provide immunity to the body. Question number 3, you can see some blood vessels on the outside of the hands, especially in older people. Are those veins or arteries? How can you confirm your answer? Answer: we can see some blood vessels on the outside of the hands, especially in older people. Those are veins. Confirmation: arteries are deeply placed in body and usually veins are placed more superficially. So arteries cannot be seen from the outside, but the veins are seen from outside. Next question. Question number 4, the last question of this chapter. Given alongside is a diagram of human heart showing its internal structure. Label the parts marked 1 to 5 and answer the following questions. A. Which type of blood is carried by the blood vessel marked 2? B. Name the main artery which takes the blood from heart to different parts of the body. C. Which chamber of the heart receives oxygenated blood from the lungs? Answer: labeling. Number 1, pulmonary artery. Number 2, superior vena cava. Number 3, pulmonary vein. Number 5, left ventricle. Number 4, right auricle. Question number A, deoxygenated blood is carried by the blood vessel superior vena cava. B, aorta is the main artery which takes the blood from heart to different parts of the body. C, left auricle of the heart receives oxygenated blood from the lungs. So this is the exercise. Thank you.